Hello, this is Jennifer, and today I'd like to share with y'all kind of my food stores for the winter now that the bulk of the growing season is over. We here in my climate, we can grow through the winter many things, I would say. As you can in other places as well, brassicas and fava beans and that kind of thing. So I do have food that is growing through the winter. I have fava beans, like I mentioned, lettuce, kale, mustards, radishes, those kinds of crops, which are a little bit less like substantial kind of food crops than some of the things that you can grow in the summer. So I would like to share with you what I grew through the spring and summer and harvested in fall, and what I have saved during that period so that I can eat food grown from the garden through the winter months when there's less coming in every day. So yesterday I did a bit of a consolidation of the food that I've collected and harvested through the fall and some in the summer as well. So I'll just start by sharing some of that. The things that I have on my counter, I haven't yet found a great place for yet, so I can share those first. For example, these are not pickles. This is corn. I did not have a ton of corn, and I actually have grand plans of growing quite a bit more corn in next summer. But here's some of the corn that I have. I also have a big pile of rose hips that I've been harvesting because now is generally the time to harvest rose hips. So I have those collected for tea, but that is a little forage kind of crop. Well, I mean, they are cultivated roses in my yard, but still. Anyway, I'm going to reposition this camera and show you some other stored food. This is my my Spock pot holder. So anyway, if you wondered what kind of kitchen shenanigans I have. So here are some of my cabinets, and I have winter squash up here. So up along the top, that's all butternuts. And then down here we have pumpkins in the back. We have some different, I'm not entirely sure what this is. I have to look up what I planted, but it's like this small green pumpkin. I had one last night. It was pretty good. I'm pretty sure this was a winter luxury pumpkin, and my kitten is trying to climb up the microwave. But anyway, this was kind of a dud of a plant. I have an acorn squash somewhere in here. I don't know where it is right now. But you can see some of them are quite big, and then some of them are very small. And over here, oh, see my kitten, here I'll just rotate you a little bit. My kitten has been loving when I put her up on this windowsill, and she's just learned how to get up there by herself. So this is something I'm going to have to deal with. These are my remaining buttercup squashes. I had more of these, but I've been eating them throughout the summer. And here's my last remaining acorn squash. Actually, I only had two. I don't think that plant was getting enough nutrition. Now, while we're here, this is the freezer, and I have quite a lot of food stored in here. Let me just kind do this really quick. Watermelon, tomatoes. This is just food scraps for broth. Okra. I made a bunch of okra a couple of days ago. Tiger melon with skins on. Grapes. This is wild plum. Let's see what else is in here. More grapes, more tomatoes, more grapes and tomatoes, and grapes. So lots of grapes and Romas, despite making some tomato sauce a couple times. So plenty of food in here. The fruit I'm saving for, well, I'm not saving it anymore, but I've been making smoothies out of them, the frozen fruit, since I got my blender. You can see these are all of my unripe, well, these are some unripe squash over here. This is a pumpkin that is getting orange, so I'm very excited about that. And then, you know, more squash down here. And then this is melons, which are not going to ripen, I don't think. These are some pomegranate seeds that I am hoping to germinate. My neighbor gave us some pomegranates, so hoping that works out. And this is chia that I have to extract the seeds from the flower heads. Clover is whining down at my feet. My dog, I do not know why she is doing that right now. These are beans and lentils. I showed that in the bean legume video. Those are them. And in this crock pot, there is, I guess it's not a crock pot, in this bowl, there is amaranth. I also have amaranth in a paper bag, and I have some chia in a paper bag because that requires some more intensive processing, which I have to still complete because it's a bit time intensive. I have not pinned down the processing of that plant yet. So these are dried tomatoes. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full bags of dried yellow and red cherry tomatoes. I also have this container, which I would use more of these kinds of reused peanut butter containers and less of the bags if I had, I guess, more time at the, this is Pebble's little paws. Hello? Why do you sound so sad, honey? Why are you so sad? So if I had, okay, she's gonna make a jump for it, I think. Oh, yep. Hi there, little miss. Wow, that was scary. Okay. But anyway, I used the plastic bags because they were the most convenient thing to use in the peak of the harvest, and they'll be stored in these for not just a short period of time, so we can also reuse these for future years. I don't really see much of a problem doing that. Hi, Pebble! Hi, screaming! Screaming. Why? Okay. I'm so sorry for all of the animal interruptions. Wow, now Clover is coming over. It's just a family affair. These 2 bags and these 2 jars are dehydrated zucchini, and I've been eating these as little chips occasionally. I have my amaranth harvest so far. You can see I haven't gotten all of the like chaff out of here yet. And this is dried lemon basil. Hi. You want to help down? Yeah. Hi, honey. Okay. I don't know what you want from me, sweetie. Okay. Then we have a lot of raisins. These are from the seedless grapes that we have. We have quite a lot of raisins, as you can see. Hi. And I have all of this is all tea stuff. So I have mint. I have more mint with a little bit of like rose and lavender in this one. This is all chia leaves, dried chia leaves. Hi, honey. And this is lavender. Then we have, these are all of the these are sunflower seeds. And some more sunflower seeds. And then I have kind of like the fun mix of sunflower seeds here to plant out next year. Not for eating. Why are you so sad? Excuse me, ma'am. Why are you sad? So the last thing that's worth mentioning is potatoes, which I had way up here, and I will show you some of them. They are now growing. Make sure this is on screen. So these potatoes are now growing because I grew them very early in the spring, and because it is freezing now, I don't want to put them in the ground quite yet. Pebble has really decided to throw a tantrum and is now attacking the tripod. But I think that's all the food that I wanted to show. I guess the motivations for this video I'll go through because it might seem kind of weird that I'm just showing food that is stored, that was grown this year. Hi, honey. The camera cut off while I was going through the motivations for sharing this kind of information and content and all that. And also Pebble had just gone crazy during that whole experience, basically. I don't know what had gotten into her. It was not her regular eating time or anything. She tends to get kind of needy if somebody is in the kitchen for some reason. So anyway, I wanted to say that the idea of showing this kind of thing and sharing this with y'all is to give an idea of what you can have if you decide to grow a garden for the very first time like I did. Well, I wouldn't say the very first time because my initial attempts the previous year were very meager and, well, very, very ill-informed. I basically got radishes and carrots, and I'm pretty sure that's it. So, with that in mind, for having like your first garden, actually going into it with quite a lot of intention and all that, you can not only eat throughout the spring and summer the fresh food from your garden, which is great, like greens and just really, really delicious salads with all sorts of variety and fresh tomatoes and all of that. wonderful stuff, but you can also have some security over the winter for like homegrown vegetables and stuff like that. So the idea is to share what that can look like and what you can save and store, and isn't really to because I want to not put out the impression that I am kind of like a prepper type, and that I'm not trying to hoard a bunch of stuff. And we'll see. I guess this first year, just because it's my first year, I really don't know how much I would want to have during this period of less garden production. So now that we've done this growing season and we have this much food, I can see how quickly I go through it and then see how much I would actually need to keep in future years. And if I don't need to keep it, I would rather give it away, right? So that's kind of the idea. But right now I don't know how much I actually do need. Like I might have a lot less than I do want to have. Then I can just have that information available to myself, and I wanted to share it with y'all so that you could kind of see what you get, what you could feasibly get. So that's the idea behind the whole thing. Yeah. Anyway, also, sorry so much for the cat noise. I don't know what was going on there. And thank you so much for watching.